Hello, and welcome to another edition of Capper Comparison Picks. Go, get. Today, I will be giving you the Capper Comparison Picks for some a more mixed UFC Vegas 19 fights. The order, I have no idea if they're prelim, main card. I have no idea anymore. So I just, every video I've done so far, I think one of them are all prelims, but I really don't know. But anyway, I haven't done these three fights yet, so I'm going to do these right now. If you're new to my show, what I do is I take my favorite sports handicappers, I watch their YouTube videos where they make predictions and picks, and I take those predictions and I put them on the board. I put the handicapper under which side they're taking. Then after I put all their picks in, I make my own pick for the purposes of sports betting and entertainment. You don't have to, you don't have to tail me. You can fade me if you want. I don't care. This is free. I don't have a Patreon or anything. All I want is likes and subscriptions. Okay, so we're gonna start with this heavyweight fight between the polar bear, Sergey Spivak, and he's taking on the mountain, Jared Vanderaa. Vanderaa. There's two A's, I don't get it. Vanderaa? Maybe that's it. Vanderaa? Jared Vanderaa. That might be it. Anyway, Sergey Spivak is coming off a decent win against Carlos Felipe, a decision. Jared Vanderaa, Vanderaa. This is UFC debut, but he is coming off a ground and pound win on Contender Series against Harry Hunsucker. Sergey Spivak, professional record of 11 wins, 2 losses. Fighting out of Moldova. He's got his own gym. It's called the Polar Bear Team, or that's his affiliation. And since he's the Polar Bear, I'm assuming that's his thing. Jared Vanderaa. I don't know. He's got a couple gyms listed on Tapology. He's got Team Quest, and he's got Dan Henderson's Athletic Fitness Center. So yeah. Let's get this board messy with some cappers.
What about me?
And Nora too. You want to see their pictures, you're gonna have to pull that blue folder out of my work thing.
What is it?
It's right there on the table right there. Open my work folder. Yup. See the blue folder in there? You open that up, and I can show you the pictures of their faces. The printed ones, not the yellow paper that I write on. There you go. Bring that over to me and I'll show you who I'm talking about. Anyway, Sergey Spivak. Take in Sergey Spivak. We've got the MMA fortune teller, the teller. All the links will be in the description for these handicappers. So be sure to go into the description, click their links, check them out. If you like them, subscribe. We're on this fight right here. Okay? This guy is him, Sergey Spivak. This guy is the mountain, Jared Vanderaa. His nickname is the polar bear. Okay? Alright. The fortune teller. He's on the taking Spivak. Then we also have Just Bleed. What's up? It's Just Bleed MMA.
I know who me takes them.
Just Bleed is taking Sergey, the polar bear. Spivak. Now MMA Kelton. I've never had him on my show I've had him on my show as part of the MMA Huddle, which is a thing with Will Martin and a guy named John, and they bring on a guest. That's where I found this kid, MMA Kelton. He's from Florida, sunny Florida, and he does a live show, and he had a guest on The guy's name was Luke, and he is from SWR Betting. The link for MMA Kelton's show will be in the description. Check it out. So I'm using both. I'm using both him and Luke as separate cappers on here, but they're sharing the same link. You get what I'm saying? Anyway, both MMA Kelton and Luke from SWR Betting are both on Sergey Spivak. Kelton said by decision. Luke did not say, but he is siding with Spivak. SWR Betting. I'm just going to write that, and then next time I'll write Luke or something. SWR Luke, maybe. Hey. So that's 4 cappers already, but however, it's not a full capper consensus because we do have Levi from Hype Check. Hype Check is a group, I think it's I want to say there's like 4 of them. 4 guys. They cover all sports, but every time I watch the UFC thing, it's always Levi. He is taking Jared Vanderaa for the big upset. Vanderaa is a plus 190 underdog, meaning almost double your payout. So yeah, there's that. Now here's the deal with my pick. Sergey Spivak is way faster than Vanderaa. I think Vanderaa may be the only place where he might be able to get an advantage at all would be maybe in the ground, and that on the ground grappling, I'm not really even sure about that either. Sergey Spivak has a stand-up striking, absolutely. I don't know if I wouldn't give 5 stars, but I would say 4 stars to Vandera's 3 or 2 maybe. Vanderaa, I'm not really uncertain about him because this is his UFC debut. But Spivak, he's got better speed and definitely better cardio. Vanderaa, I've heard, I didn't watch any fights. I don't have time. But from what I've listened to from these cappers, or it could be other cappers, he gets winded after round 1. He's huffing and puffing, and he can't blow your house down because he's out of air, he's winded, he's gassed. So the cardio is not there. So that's why I'm taking Sergey Spivak. I do not like the plus 220 or minus 225 favorite number, but I will throw it in as a parlay piece. I'm pretty confident with it. Yeah, you want this guy? Go ahead, Ray Nora. And I don't, that Vanderaa though, he seems like a tough dude. He's big and everything, but I don't think he's gonna get knocked out. And like I said, he might have the advantage when it comes to ground game. I couldn't tell you. I'm unsure about that. I know he ground and pound beated that TJ Brown in the Contender Series. So if it goes to the ground, I don't know. But I think I'm gonna take Spivak. I got it by points, by decision, because like I said, this Jared Vanderaa, he's seems like he's pretty tough. I mean, he looks it anyway. I mean, his name is Mountain. Takes a lot to move a mountain, right? But there you have it. So moving on. Next we've got over here. No, over here. I'll show you these guys. Eddie Wineland right here. That's this side. Taking on John Castañeda. That's this guy, this side. So we've got Eddie Wineland. He's got a record 24 wins, 14 losses, and 1 draw as a professional fighter. Taking on John Sexy Mexi Castañeda. When I get a tan, I look mucho Mexican. Think I got no problemos? You better guess again. Anyway, problems in Spanish. Problemos. Okay, Castañeda, like I was saying, he comes in at 17.5. He's the favorite at minus 124. Eddie Wineland, however, when the lines opened up, when the books opened up, he was the favorite at minus 140, I want to say. But now the public and everything, after money's been put on, these are the last lines I got from Bet Online. Yes. These odds I got from Bet Online. They're not the latest. I didn't get them today. I got them last night. Because I was going to do this show last night, but I was just too tired, right? Because I had a big accomplished day at my real job. I'm killing it. Crushing it. I'm the best. Best in the biz at my real job.
Except when you're going to take me to Mona.
Yeah, anyway. Eddie Wineland. He's coming off the loss to Sugar Sean O'Malley. He got knocked out with a right cross. He's fighting out of Indiana, Wineland, Valetudo. Sounds like a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu school to me. John Castañeda. He's coming off a loss to Nathaniel Wood, unanimous decision. Nathaniel Wood, you guys know his name, right? Mankato Martial Arts is where he's fighting out of. Don't know anything about any other fighters from Mankato Martial Arts. So, here we go. I'll jump back and forth. Taking Eddie Wineland, we've got both the guys from MMA Kelton's stream show, live stream. So MMA Kelton, he's like he said dog or pass on this. So it's,
and there.
There's not an extra one. He had a draw.
No, and his name and.
There's not Wineland is his name. Wineland and Wineland. MMA Kelton said this is a dog or pass spot for him, and Wineland is a slight dog. And SWR betting, Luke, SWR, Luke is also taking Eddie Wineland in this. It was a pretty good stream, guys. A good little podcast, if you will, if you want to call it that. It took like an hour or something. To be honest with you, and there's no time markers, which was a pain in the butt. So I had to just, every couple minutes I listened for names. And when I got to these fights, that's when I listened to their breakdowns. Because I already had picks for the other stuff I covered. Then we've got, taking John Castañeda. We've got, what's going on? It's Just Bleed MMA. Just Bleed. Bleed, like blood. Just Bleed MMA. Then we've got Hype Check. Levi from Hype Check. And also the MMA Fortune Teller. The Teller. Okay, however, I do have one or two more cappers. Well, kind of like one. Last night I watched the Money Right Fight Club. That was another reason I couldn't do this, because that was another hour or something with no time markers. You gotta, I mean, come on, guys. Time markers help out a lot. But anyway, I watched the Money Right Fight Club with Gabe, the Banker, Killian, and the Smack God. I find them very entertaining. And it wasn't like the hour dragged. It was a good hour something. I don't even know. It kind of dragged, but they have the Sergey, Spivak, Vanderaa. Because they covered it before, they decided not to even mention it. They briefly, we already did this. You want to do it again? And Smack God was like, no. Move on. So, this one, Smack God said he's got to watch more tape, so he's not going to give a pick. And Gabe said it's more of it's his stance on this fight is Sexy Mexi, John Castañeda, or pass. And right now he's standing at pass. But he said Castañeda or pass. So I'm going to write him over here.
Daddy.
What?
0015.
Oh, you're doing a time check for me? Well, thank you.
19.
So I'm going to write Gabe the banker over here. He did say he's got Castañeda winning. He's just passing on the bet. Okay, so there we go. We've got, that's Money Right Fight Club. I like putting the dollar sign for Gabe. Okay, but he did say he's passing. So I'll write that, pass. Okay, so there you have it. In this case, I'm taking, this is a tough pick for me. I don't like to take guys with double-digit losses like Eddie Wineland. I kind of want to root for him, and I want him to win, but I just double-digit losses. Castañeda's good. Do I have any notes here? No. No notes.
No notes.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna fade Wineland because of his double-digit losses, and I do like the handlebar mustache, that thing, but yeah, mustache. He doesn't have one in that picture, but anyway, I'm gonna go with John Castañeda. I think he should be able to get it done. Oh, by decision. I know, boring, but that's, I'd rather be boring and right than exciting and wrong. So there you go. Moving on. We have this, this one's a good fight. This one's a banger, I think. It has potential to be a banger. It's low-key banger. We've got Jared Gordon taking on Danny Chavez. Jared Gordon, the Flash, he comes in with a record of 16-4. He's the underdog at plus 115. This one.
That one?
Right here. Jared Gordon, Danny Chavez. Okay, this one. This was a very tough fight. I flip-flopped a couple times, to be honest with you. But Jared Gordon, 16-4, underdog at plus 115. The Flash is coming off a win against Chris Fishgold by unanimous decision. He fights out of Sanford MMA and Renzo Gracie Academy. I do believe the one in Philadelphia. I did hear somebody mention that. I forgot who, but that's awesome. That scores points to me because I lived in Philadelphia for 5 years.
You did?
I did, long before you were born. And he's taking on Danny Chavez. Danny Chavez, the Colombian Warrior. He's Did I? Oh man, I did a little confusion with Jared Vanderaa. Whatever. Anyway, he's coming off a win against TJ Brown, a unanimous decision win. I do believe this is his second fight in the UFC. Was the TJ Brown fight? Was that UFC? I think that was his debut. So he had his UFC debut against TJ Brown, unanimous decision win. Fighting out of MMA Masters down in Miami, Florida. I've heard good things about MMA Masters, but I don't know, I've heard a lot of good things about Sanford MMA too. So anyway, here we go, let's go. We've got, we're going to start with Danny Chavez. We've got Kelton. He's taking Chavez. Luke said pass, so SWR betting, Luke. He said pass, but Kelton's on board with Chavez. Then we've got MMA fortune teller, the teller. Then we've got
What about me?
What?
What about me?
What about you? You got the pictures. Take a pic from the pictures. Gabe the banker. Little note here. Gabe the banker's on the side with Chavez. Smack God, he didn't know enough to make, but he listened to this little tidbit of information he interjected in the show. Links in the description. He said this Jared Gordon, like 6 months ago, on Twitter, he tweeted out that like he was sexually assaulted as an adolescent, and he found the guy, or he was plastering the dude's name that did it and all this stuff. And so, I mean, I'm not fading, or I'm not, that doesn't, I just, that's, Smack gotta say, take that to note, because you gotta wonder about his mental stability, because who just, out of the blue, didn't even build up to it, just tweets, here's the SOB that you know assaulted me when I was younger. I didn't see the tweets or anything. This is going from their show, the Money Right Fight Club. But I thought that was just interesting, and he made a good, interesting point. It probably might mess with the psyche, and I don't. Yeah, he also said this. Somebody else I'll get when I do the recap. I'll get back to it. But okay, yeah. But that was a little side note about Jared Gordon. So anyway, yeah, he didn't really, Smack God didn't pick a side. He said he's got to watch more tape on these guys before he's firm with taking a side. Then we've got Just Bleed MMA, also taking Chavez. So, what about you?
I want to do one.
You can do it after me. So this would, you'd think, oh man, we got our only capper consensus. No. Again, Levi from Hype Check. Again, having the contrarian pick. Levi's taking the underdog in Jared Gordon here. Jared Flash Gordon. So there you have it. Now, Winston, chill. Now, I watched another awesome fighter interview with that John Hyun Ko. He interviewed both Chavez and Gordon. I watched it, 10 minutes. I'll put that link in the description. I love them. I love those fighter on fighter. And the thing was, they both seem game. They both seem ready. But and Chavez seemed like tough, and he's hungry. He's like, oh, that's great. It's great to be part of the UFC, and I'm gonna stay in the UFC for the rest of my career. I've already got over 3 hours of full professional fight time, like in the ring combined, and blah, check the interview out anyway. But then, and he said, of course he's like, yeah, I'm just gonna finish him, that's how I do it, and all this blah blah. And then Gordon, he said, well, he just seemed like I can't tell from an interview, but his fighter IQ might have been, he's like, oh, I know that Chavez is going to come out and trying to knock me out with bombs and stuff, but he said, I'm going to, of course I want to try to get the finish, but I'm going to, I think he said he's going to pretty much take it to the ground because that's Chavez's weak point. I think he said something like, yeah, he's like, I'm gonna expose his weakness on the ground and grappling. And I like that Gordon had a game plan coming into this where Chavez is just like, I'll knock him out, and pretty much just self-promoting instead of talking about his next opponent. So take it as you will. Judge for yourself. Watch it. And in the link in the description for that interview, they show Chavez first. And after his interview, I'm like, man, I like this guy. I like it. But then they had the Jared Gordon come on and do his little interview thing, and I was like, I don't know, I like this guy a little bit more, I think. So I'm kind of still on the fence. I might come back to it, but right now I am going to side with Levi from Height Check, be the contrarian. You know, when in doubt, take the plus number. Might as well. If you're on the fence of it, might as well take the gamble, right? So I think I'm gonna go Jared Gordon, and I think he's gonna get it by points, by ground, like a control time. He said he pretty much decides he intends to bring it to the ground, and he does have that Renzo Gracie Jiu-Jitsu from Philadelphia. So there you have it. Oh, you know what Chavez's game plan is like? If the opportunity presents itself, I'm gonna take it. That something like that. I don't know. Watch for yourself. I've watched a lot of stuff recently so I might be confused on a little bit of these facts. I don't want to misrepresent anything. So links in the description. Check it out for yourself. But anyway, here. Who are you taking? You saw him in the picture. Who you want? The top one that you circled. You like that guy? You're kind of smart. That's what all the cappers are taking him too. Danny Chavez, the Colombian warrior, fighting out of MMA Masters. Well, anyway, to recap, time check. To recap, I've got Sergey Spivak beating Jared Vanderaa. Oh, another thing. I want to say it was Money Right Fight Club, but then I'm second thinking of it, and I think it's somebody not even on the board here, but I guess the Jared Vanderaa is like a goth weirdo, like wears. You don't even know the password. Go ahead. He wears like the black eye paint, and I'm not saying weirdo. Don't be offended. I know there's a lot of sensitive people out there nowadays. But he's like Jared Vanderaa. I just want to throw this out there. He's got that gothic, dark. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I should have checked Google Images or his Twitter or something. But I'm interested. I might after this. But yeah, somebody was saying Vanderaa is kind of weird. Like weird as in not accepted society normal. So he might not be a weird. He just likes dark colors and eye paint or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'm taking Sergey Spivak, the polar bear, to put hurt on Vanderaa. Vanderaa is just, his cardio's not there. Spivak looks to be in better shape. Vanderaa looks to huff and puff after first round. So then I've got, reluctantly, but no, not really reluctantly, I'm going with the capper majority. And I just don't have a really good reason, except for I don't like double-digit losses.
What comes after B?
But I have John Castañeda, the Sexy Mexi.
What comes after B?
I.
Okay.
Nora, have Brandon put it in for you.
Brother.
John Castañeda, I got him winning by decision over Eddie Wineland. I like Eddie Wineland, but I don't like double-digit losses. The ages, Eddie Wineland's 36, just leaving the prime, I think. John Castañeda, 29, just getting into the prime, or maybe into the prime. I think for, what's this, bantamweight class, from what I've come to learn, prime would be the ages roughly around 28 to 32-ish. That's like prime, your best fighting years at bantamweight. Now, as the weight classes go heavier, you can go older. Prime for like heavyweight, people would argue that it's like mid-30s, capping off around 40. But, you know, obviously some guys still fighting when they're 42, 40, you know. Anyway, finally, I've got, this is the one I'm still on the fence, but I'm going to go with the plus money here. I'm taking Jared Flash Gordon. Flash, you better beat Danny Chavez. I got him beating Danny Chavez, the Colombian Warrior, by decision. Let's get it done, Flash Gordon. Danny Chavez is a beast. He's great, but I told you, the interview on John Sean Cole, that's the last thing I watch now, if I can, before I do these videos on the way home. I was like, oh, there's a fighter on fighter interview. Hit play on that sucker, and hit play, and yeah. And I'm watching the road, but I glance over and stuff. I don't have to see their faces, I can hear their voices. But anyway, there you have it. Gather the info. Place the bets and cash those tickets. I appreciate you watching. I'm gonna boot up for maybe a live show tonight with Vlad, the Bulgarian cowboy. So hit the bell if you want to get into that. Otherwise, whatever. You don't have to. I don't hit anybody's bell, but go ahead and hit that like. I hit everybody's like. Leave a comment. That's awesome when you do that. Subscribe if you haven't do that. That's super, double, triple, quadruple awesome if you do that. So anyway, good luck on these bets, and I'll see you hopefully later tonight, right? Bye-bye.